r/AskReddit, what made you lose interest in the girl you wanted to ask out, men of Reddit? We wanted different things. I wanted her, she wanted to call the cops. When I asked her about herself, she was happy to tell me all about it, but anytime I tried to share anything about myself, she seemed immediately disinterested, so I figured she just found me boring. I asked her out, she said no. When this same question was at the top of Reddit within the past few days. When she wouldn't let me use a Snicker wrapper as a condom instead of a normal one. I was dating a girl and found out she didn't believe in evolution. When I was expressing my surprise to my friend, I found out he doesn't believe in evolution. Both became religious/political nuts in the 2020 era, and I haven't spoken to either of them in ages. Also, she cheated on me. She hated my Star Trek memorabilia. That's a no-go, and no one is above Trek for me. We were talking about sex and her preferences didn't align with mine at all. She was super finicky, said she only fucked after her and her partners showered, thought pussy smells and hair were gross, and more damningly, said she hated cum and never swallowed. I was like, nope. Did you just slightly rephrase a question that was posted yesterday? Realized a long time ago, just because a woman is nice or polite, doesn't mean she's interested. Being attention-starved is no reason to think anything is there besides basic human kindness, and women are harassed enough as it is. Found out she had a kid, and the no kids rule isn't negotiable for me. I have only been interested enough to ask out 2 girls in my life. The first said no, and the second said she wasn't ready to date yet. Karma farming. When she told me that she keeps 5+ guys on her roster so that she never feels lonely, smiling face with tear. She'd like to stay with her boyfriend that bears her ass up. I had a crush on this girl all through middle and high school. She was like intimidatingly hot. Kind-hearted, kinda flirty. I was a super shy nerd, and I was into her hardcore. But, alas, I was ball-less. Never made a move, and didn't see her for years. I bumped into her in our 20s and asked her on a date. She said yes. We went out and had basically no compatibility past casual friendship. It just wasn't there, man. She's a great person, and I consider her a friend, but I'm glad things didn't work out because I met my wife shortly afterwards. This post is literally identical to the one from yesterday. https://r/askreddit/s/depxgwzesy. This is the same question as the one that has 7k upvotes right now. I got invited to a house party by someone I thought was cute, a little hippie-ish, but seemed put together and intelligent. Arrived to one of the most disgusting houses I have ever visited, aside from pending demolitions. She lived with several other people in a huge Victorian home, and the entire place was caked in filth. Cigarette and pot tar covered the walls and ceilings, trash and dirt all over the place. No A/C, so it was not only blazing hot but also stunk to high heaven. A slight wet dog odor lingered. For some odd reason the living room was filled with boxes of nice-looking LPs and a DJ setup. Whatever, I'll go to the backyard where everyone is hanging out. She greeted me and I saw she was walking barefoot through a backyard that matched how disgusting the interior was. Her toenails were ingrown and embedded with dirt/grime, and her feet as a whole were caked in a combination of dirt, animal fecal matter, of indeterminate origin, and God knows what else. I talked to her for a bit and hung out, drank one beer while getting sneered at by what I presume are her housemates, before I pack up the rest of my 6-pack and go home without telling her. Blocked her number and drank the rest of the 6-pack at home. Looking back, I realized what I did was super immature, but honestly it was for the best. She had her lifestyle and I had mine, and they were radically incompatible. anytime they mention that they have kids. She said bet when I asked her out, she's a millennial, no idea where that word came from. She said she didn't like dogs. I asked her out. We went on a lot of dates. She wanted to take things slow and I respected that, but the more I got to know her I realized that a lot of things that seemed innocuous at first were actually hiding bad traits behind them. I lost interest and we parted amicably. I just want to say to all the guys, if you can't leave a girlfriend because she won't leave you alone, just start acting needy and she'll drop you instantly, haha. Please only do that if she's certifiably insane and won't leave you alone. She was concerned over the fact I don't have many followers on Instagram and don't enjoy posting on social media. The amount of people I've talked to with this obsession is staggeringly high. It's pathetic. She got pregnant. Rejection or other men. I drank the Kool-Aid and then started vomiting blood. Homeless shelter, Canada. Her dick was bigger than mine and I couldn't handle it. Found out her ex-husband had the same name as me. I was a teenage guy, and I frequently engaged in the type of high school humor where you're just sort of mean with your friends. Everyone's a bitch and an asshole and stupid, her, even and perhaps especially your closest friends. We're all just ripping on each other, right? It's in fun. I think that's probably immature and harmful on some level, but it's a real thing that people do. So it took me a little while to realize this one girl wasn't funny, she was actually mean. She complained about a guy paying for his food with change. She just seemed kinda see you next Tuesday-ish to me. He was not well off and likely homeless, so you could say I'm the dick for not paying for his food, but then again at least I didn't bitch about it. Asked me if I had any advice on the guy she wanted to date. This was literally posted verbatim yesterday. You won't have to scroll far. God complex nauseated face. At first she really seemed into me, but turned out she didn't date white men. Part of me thought she was lying, she kept calling and hanging out with me. Then one day she called me to tell me her BF cheated on and she found out because she got herpes from him. Imagine that. I wasn't interested anymore. I found out ABT her actual age. I was really into this girl, but for the most part my conscious brain knew that I was more interested in the idea of her than her in real life. The idiot lizard brain part of me kept getting me to text her randomly even though I knew she was just being nice to respond. Finally I ended up seeing her at a funeral and catching up a bit. It finally shut up that lizard brain part of me. It's been nice. Nothing bad, I just had to see her in person, I guess, to put it to rest. She wanted me available at all times but would never make herself available for me. She would call me on a Saturday at 5 wanting to go out that night. But when I tried to plan a date, even days out, she would never commit. Felt like her puppet, so I just stopped taking her calls. She went to Andrew Tate's house. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, JK JK. I came. Vaping. Posting to Reddit subs so people look at your profile and see it's all OnlyFans links. Dead fish. She was really into eating fish for lunch, like every single day. I liked everything about her except the smell of her breath in the afternoon. Body count. X vibes. She died. I saw past some of her masks. She was very into me, and we shared an endless amount of interests. And I feel like an asshole for feeling this way, but I was not romantically attracted to her at all. She did not act or dress particularly feminine, and so every time we went out somewhere I felt like I was having an amazing hangout with a really cool friend. Every time I tried to think about her romantically, I couldn't understand why I felt nothing there. We never flirted. but she was persistent in getting closer to me. The truth was, I mostly just wanted to hang out and talk, and that was the extent of it. We are still very good friends and talk a lot. She does not seem bothered by interacting with me at all post-rejection. Sometimes I double think whether or not I was being superficial. But I still maintain that it would feel weird to be with her the same way it would feel weird for me to genuinely flirt with a male friend, as a straight man myself. I talked to her. Every sentence she said began with a 5-second My homosexuality. When I was a freshman in college, for the 1 year I went, I was told you're too pure for a girl like me, and kept stringing me along with her game. That cut deep enough to where, as I look back now, all I can do is laugh at how stupid and naive I was to try and change that, especially when at the time I had never been in a relationship. Actually, she messaged me yesterday saying, "Oh, you're looking my type now with the beard." It's still left unread. I don't plan on replying at all. Too old, am 29, to play games like that. She was gorgeous, super sexy, and super keen, pretty much my dream girl. Then I found out how many credit cards and how much debt she had, and I just couldn't do it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.